Hey guys, it's me. I haven't done an actual any kind of tutorial video in such a long time. I feel like I got really busy at the end of last year and the beginning of this year, doing makeup on a lot of clients. And so that kind of consumed like my time as far as makeup goes. And honestly, I didn't feel like talking in front of a camera whenever I was done with that, and like even really doing my own makeup all that much. So I actually do not have my kids here right now. They're at my friend's house, and so I'm sitting here in my makeup room and it's nice and freshly organized. I've got a candle going right now, and it's actually the sweater weather candle in the middle of July. I don't know why, but they had a fall preview sale going on at Bed Bath & Beyond recently, and they had fall candles out, and I got so excited. So I was like, I gotta go pick that up. And then anyway, so yeah, I've already been burning it. But then again, it's me who loves fall, and I've also been drinking pumpkin spice lattes all summer long. So anyway, so what I'm going to do today is just kind of talk you through a kind of like almost flawless as you can get face of makeup, just basic everyday makeup. We're just gonna go basic right now just because I haven't been on camera like this in a long time. I'm gonna kind of show you what I use like for my skin, for my age, and what might be good for some of you, because I am 34, I'm almost 35. And so obviously I'm gonna have like discoloration in my face. I've got fine lines and wrinkles. So naturally what I use is not gonna be the same as what I use on some of my teenage clients and clients in their young 20s. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of show you what I use, show you some new products that I have found over the past few months. Because even though I haven't been doing a lot of makeup, I have been buying makeup. So I've got several new products that I definitely want to show you today. So anyway, what we're going to do is just get into it, and it's going to be just a simple, flawless complexion, good for the heat, face of makeup. So here we go. The iPhone cameras are way too good these days, and you can see everything. So I'm looking at, I put my camera on photo and it looks, one way, it looks fine. But then I put it to video and it's in, I don't even have it on the whatever above HD it is. Like I've got HD 30, whatever that means, on right now. It can go up from there, and I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't want to see all that. So yeah, we're on the lowest HD setting you can possibly get, and yeah, I'm seeing every little flaw, but that's cool. So I always start out by moisturizing with the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. This is super moisturizing. It has, let's see, it says all-in-one primer and moisturizer. I actually use this on every client. It doesn't matter their age or whatever. If they have oily skin, I don't have oily skin, by the way. I've got just kind of normal. It might during the summertime when it's hot and humid lean a little bit oily, but for the most part it's just pretty normal. But even if a client has oily skin, I still moisturize really good. With this though, I don't use as much with them because it is thick, it's heavy, but it is just such a good way to hydrate the face. So I just take a little bit. And by the way, this is the jumbo size. This is my third jar of these. I love this stuff, I'm telling you. It smells good too. I was gonna show you a couple other options for that as well. This is for instance, younger clients, or sometimes even on myself, I do this. But on younger clients especially, as long as they're not too oily, I like to use this Laneige Glowy Makeup Serum on them. I don't know, it just looks really pretty. It's hydrating, it's very glowy. On me, sometimes it can emphasize my texture or my fine lines, so I don't use it on myself. I don't have a lot of pores, like visible pores. Everyone has pores, but I don't have a lot of visible pores. It's not a problem for me. But on some of my clients that do have visible pores, I use a little bit, after I moisturize, I use a little bit of this Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer on them. And what it is it's like a putty, and you just take a little bit on your finger and just kind of press it into, usually it's this area right here where people have a lot of pores. So yeah, those are two other options. For me today, I am just going to go with, so for just quick, easy, everyday looks, I usually just swipe a cream over the shadow. This is not the gym makeup. The gym makeup, I literally just do a bronzer, some mascara, and go. So this is like a step above when I'm not wanting to go full on glam, but I'm also not really going anywhere other than maybe running an errand or just basically wanting to put some makeup on my face. So this is the Patrick Ta Major Dimension eyeshadow palette. It's pretty new. It came out this summer, and it comes with, let me turn it this way. It comes with the two creams right here, and then some matte shadows, and then some like lid toppers. There's a few lid, I think they're just toppers, these two especially. These might be just more like shimmer shadows with a little bit more coverage. So for today, I'm just gonna go in with this lighter shade of brown right here, and we're gonna swipe it all over the eyes, and you'll see I'm just gonna do a really light look, but I am going to add a few individual lashes on the outer corner. One thing I did forget to add, and I need to get better about doing this with my clients, whenever I start the makeup application, or let me rewind. Whenever I sit down and go ahead and do the base, which is like the moisturizer and everything, I also on myself hydrate my lips, and I use either the Laneige lip mask, or I either do like just Aquifer. And I need to start doing that on my clients, because a lot of times we get to the lips and they're so dry and it's just hard to get a really nice smooth application on the lips with dry lips. So I've already gone ahead and done this to mine, and I literally got out of the shower and applied it to mine. That's just a habit. It's what I do every day. So anyway, moisturize your lips. It'll make them look so much bigger and plumper and just smooth. For the creams, I always take like a dense brush, and that's how I apply my creams, just because I want them like super packed on. So anyway, this is just a Morphe dense brush. I don't know if you can see it or not. Yep, that's what it looks like. Now I'm blending out those edges with like a denser, fluffy brush. That makes sense. Now that we have that cream on, I'm going to just make the outer corners of where my eyelashes are, like my lash line, I'm going to make it a little darker, just because we are going to put some individual lashes over there, and I just want it to look more, I guess, like fox eye type. I don't know. So what we're going to do is take this dark brown right here, and I'm just going to take an angled brush like this, and I'm going to just tap it in, and then I'll show you how I apply it. Okay, see how we have just like barely a little baby wing? It doesn't have harsh. It's not like too harsh or anything like that. I like this better for when you're not wearing a super bold lash. To me, there is nothing that looks worse than if you've got like a harsh black liner and you don't have any lashes on, or it's just like you have super baby lash on. I don't know. I like a baby wing, like a diffused baby wing. To me, it just makes your look more put together if you have no lashes, or just like little individual lashes on. So this is what I do when I don't want to wear a big bold lash in the middle of the day, and I just want to either wear mascara, or I do a baby wing. Or I do like an individual lash. And you can also just clean it up with makeup wipes. Now that we're not going to do a big lash and we're just going to do little individual lashes, I'm going to spend more time on my lashes with my own mascara. And so I'm going to make sure I curl them with a eyelash curler, and then I'm going to really coat mascara on my lashes. What I'm actually doing for my lashes today, because I don't have very many like individuals, I'm just taking an Ardell lash like this, and I'm just gonna kind of cut it apart into like a trio type thing. You know, you can also buy individuals in like little clusters. And I feel like that helps also. I don't know, you can put them on a lot faster that way. So I'm just kind of piecing this up and cutting it apart, and we'll see how this looks. Okay, I don't like this. So we're just gonna use the individual lashes that I do have because this looks really bad. Let's take it off now. Okay, so I placed 2 super tiny little individual clusters of lashes on this end and then 2 on this end. And see, it's not a lot, it's not dramatic, but it just gives just that little bit of like a pop to your eyes, and I love it. And then once we have all of our makeup on instead of this bare face I've got right now, then it'll look extra good. So here, now we're gonna go into the base, and then I'm going to do the eyebrows last. So here we go. When I'm going to be super sweaty, like either at the gym or outside by the pool, lately I've been using the Fenty Beauty Eavesdrop foundation. Well, it's a skin tint, and it really is a skin tint. It's not a foundation. You can build it up to a little bit more medium-ish coverage, but it's definitely light coverage. But it's perfect because it doesn't look heavy, it doesn't feel heavy, it's not cakey, and it just kind of is there to even out your skin tone and even kind of blurs really any kind of skin imperfections, in my opinion, at least for my skin. So, but we're not going to use this today because I am going to do a little bit fuller coverage foundation. So what I think I'm going to do is use my NARS Sheer Glow foundation. It's not heavy, it's great for every day, and I'm going to mix it with my Dior Backstage foundation. Simply because this one, I do like this one also. It's a it's kind of like the MAC Face and Body. It is a face and body foundation, so it's thin enough to kind of go along your chest or your arms or wherever it is that you might want to cover something up. But I really like both of these foundations, but strictly for the coverage today, I mean for the color today, because I have a spray tan, I'm going to add this in with this. And I also might add in some of my Drunk Elephant De-Bronzy drops in as well. My concoction on the back of my hand, and I just mix it all together with my finger, and then it turns into that, and I just apply it like this. And I don't like to apply too much at once because that's how it can look streaky and cakey and all that jazz. So we're also going to go down the neck just to even out. I have a lot of sun damage starting on my neck and chest, so I actually do apply foundations and skin tints to that area whenever I'm not working out, just to even out my complexion. So take note, you young people, do not let yourself get sun damage. You put that sunscreen on, girl. I first go in with a brush to blend everything out. Notice how I'm going down here. I'm so envious of those girls. They're usually younger, but also one of my best friends, Jessica, she's the same way. She has got like the most flawless skin on her chest. It's like she doesn't have all the sun damage and like all the freckles and everything. Like I can't stand that. So I always bring my foundation down here. It just, I don't know, makes me feel more even, makes me feel better. And don't forget your ears. You don't want those ears being a different color than your face, because that would be weird. So get the ears. Now this is the part that really smooths out your complexion. Don't judge, it's dirty, I know. Take a damp beauty blender sponge, Real Techniques or beauty blender, you know, whatever sponge you like. And I'm sorry, my knee keeps hitting my camera. So, and then take the little bit of stuff that's left on the back of your hand and just kind of gently tap like that. And then pat along your face and neck and everything else. I just realized I only showed you guys options for like higher end foundation products. Look, I love drugstore products as well. So I'm gonna give you 3 options here. Here is the L'Oreal Infallible Foundation. This is such a great foundation. Milani has one that's great. I just don't have it on hand at the moment, but I've been using it for years. It's that Perfect and Conceal. It's like a thicker formula, but it feels great on the skin. And it gives you the most gorgeous complexion ever. Also here is the Revlon Candid Glow Foundation. This one's also good. Also the matte one, or the regular one, I don't know what it's called. I have it somewhere, I just can't find it. And also there's the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. And I'm gonna preach to you for a second. Don't let anyone tell you that you have to have like the high-end stuff to feel worth it. Like in anything, whether it's skincare. Well, skincare, look, your dermatologist does know. They do know best when it comes to skincare. But as far as makeup goes, the high-end stuff is not always going to give you the best looking face. There are plenty of girls out there, plenty of makeup artists out there that use lower, that use like the drugstore versions of different things. Yes, eyeshadow palettes are probably for the most part better when you're in Sephora or Ulta buying the better stuff, but you can still get an inexpensive eyeshadow palette at Ulta for like $15 or $20. You don't have to buy a $50 eyeshadow palette for your makeup to look good. Half the time people that don't even know how to do makeup buy these products that are $50 and their makeup doesn't even look good. So you don't have to have the highest end stuff to look flawless. It's just not how life goes. Same with the way you dress, same with anything else. So I'm always going to have good drugstore options. And if you want to know more of them, let me know and I'll be happy to give you some. For me in the summertime, cream, bronzers, and blushes are where it's at. I just got this the brand Say. It's an independent brand. It's not cheap, but it's not like a Chanel bronzer or anything either. They've actually, a lot of makeup artists and influencers have been comparing it to I think it's Soleil Tan de Chanel or something like that. They've been comparing it to that, which I used back in the day when it was really popular. I really liked it. But this honestly is beautiful and it looks a lot like it on the skin. I think it'll run you about $29. So we're going to apply some of this around the perimeters of the face and just kind of warm up the skin. We're not going to do any heavy contouring. This is just what I do day to day. Once again, with a flawless complexion, that sponge, the damp sponge, is going to be your best friend. Next, we're gonna conceal a little under the eyes, brighten them up, and around the face just a little bit. And today I'm gonna use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, only because of the shade that it's in right now. It's better for me when I'm tan, but baby, I'm gonna give you some drugstore options. The e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer is something I use almost every day. I love this concealer. It's perfect. I use it on clients all the time. Also, the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer is another great one. They sent me these and I got several shades of it. This was the only one that really matched my skin tone, but it's the shade C2.5. It's gorgeous as well. It and the e.l.f. are kind of like, they're very, very similar. Today I'm going to use this one. Like I said, it's just the one that matches my skin color right now, so that's what we're going to do. Honey, now that I'm seeing myself with foundation on, I'm feeling it. Okay, I look so much better now that I can't see every single imperfection. I cannot speak today. Every single imperfection on my skin. So anyway, let's move on. So I now am going to do a cream blush. I have got a collection of cream blushes because I love them so much. I wear them to the gym. I wear them every day. Today, because I have on like a little lilac outfit, I'm gonna do a more like pinky color. So I really probably should be doing a nude, but I wanted to show you this. This is the Fenty Crush on Cupid Cheeks Out Cream Blush. So what I do with this is It's gonna look kind of punchy at first, but once you blend it out with like your sponge and everything, it's fine. So I'm just gonna take a brush like this and I'm gonna tap it into the cream, and then I'm just going to apply it like right where my cheeks are, just like this. And I even like to go up, kind of go in, just give an all around like blushy, pretty color. I think I put a little much over here, but we'll see. Another thing I like to do is kind of bring it along the bridge of my nose. I don't bring it along the tip because I don't really want to look like Rudolph, but I bring it along like the bridge for just a nice little flush. And you can build it up and have more color right there if you want to, and I might do that, I don't know, we'll see. Now in the summertime, I only lightly set with powder. I've been using the Kosas Feathery Cloud Set powder, and it's like a baked powder, but I really like it because it's light and it doesn't give like a chalky powdery look. Hold on, let me reset the camera. Okay. It doesn't give like a chalky powdery look. It just, I don't know, it just very lightly sets everything. I've heard mixed reviews on it. I personally love it, but that's just me. And so I take a little brush for under the eyes and I just kind of tap it. And then I take a bigger brush for all over the face and I just tap it in and just tap around my face. You can do more or less, but I like to keep just kind of like a non-powdery, like dewy look. So let's attack these brows before I go crazy. I'm gonna do the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. I like a darker brow, not too dark, but I have, I have light blonde hair, ashy blonde hair right now. So I like a darker kind of neutral brow. So I use shade 3.5 in this brow pencil. And I first just kind of fluff them up. Right now, the sparse brow is very in. Just the kind of sparse, natural brow. You've probably seen it all over. Ran out of space on my phone. Not sure why, but anyway. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to very lightly shade through my eyebrows and just give them a little bit of shape. Okay, we have the sparse brows done. So now I'm just going to lightly brush a wax. Is this even a wax? Yeah. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze Styling Wax. There is a drugstore version that I heard is good, and I can't off the top of my head remember what that is because I haven't tried it yet. But if you're wondering, I will find out. Just send me a DM and I'll let you know. But I did hear it's very comparable to the ABH one, so. Okay, brows are on and looking good. So we are going to just finish off this face. So what I'm gonna do now is take this Patrick Ta palette and I'm gonna take, probably dip back and forth between these two shades and just like make a little bit more definition around the eyes. And so I'm just gonna lightly apply it under my lower lash line. Okay, see how that added a little bit more definition? Now I'm just going to do some mascara, but I have lately on the lower lash line just been applying it to like the outer corner lashes just to emphasize more of that cat eye look. Now I'm gonna brighten up this inner corner area right here by doing another shade from the Patrick Ta palette. I'm just gonna do this, it's an eyeshadow topper, but I'm just going to take a little bit on a pencil brush and apply it to my inner corners. Can you guess what lip liner I'm about to use? Maybe. Yes, I'm gonna do KKW Beauty and I'm gonna use Nude 1 on the lips just to give myself a little bit of contour and definition. I'm gonna do a liquid lipstick. I'm gonna do the Too Faced Melted Matte in Sugar Cookie. The last thing I'm going to apply to finish the whole thing off is a gloss, and I'm doing the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. I have 2 shades of these glosses, and they are so comparable to the Fenty Gloss Bombs. I love them so much. Most of the time, like when I go to the gym or whatever, a lot of times I'll just wear these alone and not even worry about putting a lip liner or anything like that on. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. And that is the look, guys. Let me know what you thought. If you like it, definitely give it a like, share it, comment, you know, all the things. And tell me what you've been using this summer, because I know I haven't shopped too much for makeup lately, and I know there's tons of launches going on. So let me know something new that you've been using. Even let me know something old you've been using. So I hope you got something out of this, and I really enjoyed being able to sit here alone at my house for like an hour and a half filming this. Finally. So anyway, let me know what you think. Bye. Have a good one.